Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show.
Welcome, everybody. I am Tennille Thomas, your host of I'm Just Saying Live. We are super happy to have you here today. But, before we get started, I want to keep you in the know. Now, this is where we do our current event ideas and all the mumbo jumbo of the week. But, I got to have my fellas with me. So, Coach Tuck, where you at?
I'm in the building,
All
I'm here.
All right, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media as well. Y'all might as well do it right now.
Check me out on IG, Tuck_ATL, Facebook, Tuck_ATL, good content.
All right. We got that other man out there who stays on the road. For all you drivers out there, we got a representative. Where's Mr. Call-Me at?
What's up, people? Y'all know what time it is. It's Call Me _and_. Follow me on Team Thomas 4 on Snapchat. What's cooking?
This boy didn't put his snap out there. He got
always got to do the snap.
He got babies breakdancing on there right now. So Ladies and gentlemen, we love to start our show off with the weekend recap. But remember, you're going to get a little education on this show, and we like to call it edutainment because we also like to keep it funny. So here's our twist to the week's hottest headlines. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this about this weekend, though. Tuck, how was your Easter weekend?
My Easter weekend was very, very good. I had fun, spent time with the kids, went to church, hung out. I did a lot, man. I was all over the city, so yeah, it was good.
I did not know Tucker had a traditional Easter weekend. I think that most people, let's discuss this real quick. Have most people gotten away from the traditional dressing up, going to church, all of this? Do you feel like more people are going back to traditional since COVID this year, or do you feel like it just felt different?
It felt different because I was like one of the very few people dressed up, and because it was just a couple older cats, like 60, 70. And so and everybody else had like collar shirts, like short sleeve. There's different various. But
at least they were at church because
we
didn't make it to church. We didn't make it to church this Easter, okay? Normally, if we go to Dallas or whatever, we try to chime in with my mom and stuff like that, but we definitely did not make it to church this Easter Sunday. I was here. I was cooking. We had tons of family and friends come over. It was great. What you think, Aunt? How was yours?
Oh, mine was good. My beautiful wife cooked extravagant dinner. I'm talking about, man, we had everything you could think of, and it was good. And if you didn't come through and get you a plate, you missed it out.
These NIGGAs didn't even leave me barely no food, okay?
Somebody ate all black eyed peas.
That probably was the best pot of black eyed peas that I ever made. If y'all don't know anything about me, I
missed that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I love to cook, and it be going down. I'm not gonna lie, but it creates a situation where we be having stragglers because people know that I'm a cook, and it ain't come through just
pop up. Just pop up.
I already ate and this, that, and the other.
Hey, I was in the neighborhood.
Go play.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but we had a really great time with the kids. We did put on some bright colors and still, hung out and did the family thing, but we did not make it to church, and we did not even watch it on TV. Look, we didn't even watch the church service on TV. A lot of people did. Yeah. Most people do that nowadays, and so that has kind of become a thing of the norm. So everybody chime in, let us know what you did for your Easter break. Was it the traditional Easter or your new Easter? Because I think a lot of people did the new Easter. Okay. All right. What's up, David and Montre? We are happy to have you. We're also happy to have B. Jones. Thank y'all so much for being our regulars and supporting our show. I also want to thank all the people that went out and watched that HBCU All-Stars recap on our YouTube page. Okay. Remember that you can check out I'm Just Saying Live on YouTube anytime you want. Remember to click the live if you want to see our live show recordings, because that's the only way you're going to see it, I guess. But that
Trying
video
to figure
got
that part
lots
out.
and lots of views, so I know that you're watching. So keep on watching and keep on supporting us. We love you here at I'm Just Saying Live, and we got big things coming up all 2023. Now, today we do not have a guest, but we got all kinds of news topics that we are about to discuss, and we need your opinion on them. Remember that this is your opportunity to say whatever it is you have to say, and as I'm just saying, so keep it real, okay? So we're gonna get this thing started. Y'all ready? Or is there anything else y'all wanted to talk
Let's
about
get,
from the weekends? Yeah, let's get
you're
it.
not showing pictures
Okay.
of pictures. Just we like pictures.
Did you want me to show you? I didn't put any pictures this week of our weekend because we didn't really do
Yeah, I
it.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't upload any.
Huh?
Oh my God, that's the time we like.
Pictures.
We like
It
pictures.
ain't that. That's all you're gonna get right there.
We like pictures. Hey, you usually the one behind the camera, man. You know, you usually the one doing all the documenting.
Listen, so go over to his Instagram because before I can even finish with the picture, before I can even crop the picture, he had it up on social media. Okay. So if y'all want to see some of the people that came through our house, you go check out his Instagram. Tell them where they can find you. Call me _and_. Okay.
Make sure you add the last underscore.
So B Jones
Yeah,
put in there, I celebrate pagan holidays. So I rested.
you rested.
Aren't
So
all holidays pagan at this point?
Yeah,
Let's
pretty
just
much.
real.
yes, because we don't have no specific date and year that
Just
anything
celebrate it all.
transpired.
If I'm feeling it for the day, I celebrate it all. I'm celebrating everything. And so y'all can talk about me if y'all want to, but I just like to have a
Can I
good
ask?
time. Life's too short. Go
It's more
ahead.
about it's more about family.
Me too.
Getting back rooted, you know, spiritually, whatever that is for you, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And about changing over from something old to something new, you know, adding something of value to your life. So that's how I take it.
And we didn't do like the egg hunt and all of this kind of stuff that my kids said don't go with resurrection of Christ type situation. We didn't do any of those things. We just got together, had a really great meal, like they did the Sunday dinners on Sunday or whatever back in the day. We did that. So this really, really, really was more so about family. Most holidays are that way for me. I include all the
Yes.
family. Okay, come through, pull up, let's do that. And so it gives me a reason because people don't get together like they used to say, come through, come
Right.
check on me, come see what I got going on.
Yeah, it's that time that you can take out to actually, it's like set aside. You know what I'm saying? Like automatically, it's like
Especially
set
if they're
aside.
gonna keep giving these kids all these 4-day weekends. I mean, tell somebody sometime. Y'all, they got
Man,
Friday and they got Monday. Shoot,
yes.
that's trip time, baby. Y'all know I like to travel. It's time to catch a flight. When you get the 4-day weekends with the kids,
Look,
it's time to go.
yeah, I'm gonna plan next time.
Okay, so she says, I'm not knocking any what nobody else is doing. I hate to take the time most of us to be with. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're gonna hide that one back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to discuss some upcoming events. Y'all know I like to let y'all know what's going on around the city because that's what we're all about. Now, I forgot to add the flyer for Black Restaurant Week, but I had to put it at the very top because this is one of those times where foodies like me get excited, okay? It is Black Restaurant Week here in the city of Houston, so you can go to all these different places. You can try a ton of different things. Let me tell you how it works. You can try a ton of different things off their menu at a lower cost. So if there's a place that you have been wanting to try, but you didn't know if you had the skrilla to do it, this week is the week because they're going to give you an array, like a sample of a bunch of different things at a lower cost to come out and support their business, okay? The perfect time to try some of those things that you were scared to try or didn't want to try because you feel like, oh, that costs too much for me to try this, that, and the other. Don't worry about that this week. Go out to whatever Black restaurant. I'm sure I'm going to hit a few of them just so I can show y'all my videos. I'm going to definitely find something cheesy and good to eat over the course of the week. So I suggest to both of you guys that you also do it and all the people who are following and paying attention to us. I cannot wait. Okay. Now that I got that out of the way, I got to add this because I know Anthony's going to laugh at this because we keep talking about this woke word, okay? The woke
Oh my God.
is going to be going
I'm
down.
with you on that one, Ant.
The April 22nd. Now, I am also part of this event, but the part that I'm going to be a part of is the Rags to Riches story. Okay. Now, I might not have come completely from rags, but it definitely was not glitz and glamour in Highland Hills in Dallas, Texas. Okay. So, when you get to a certain point and you have reached what you consider to be success, it's kind of the things that our panel will be talking about during this event. Okay, so mine is a separate piece, but it will also be a part of this. Mine will probably not be about till 5 or 6 o'clock that evening, but definitely make sure that you come out. There are going to be some really great sponsors and some people in the place that you need to meet. Okay, so remember, the Woke Money Awards will be April the 22nd. Okay. Now, if you like old school cars like I do, because I like cars, I like motorcycles, anything somebody want to show and they done hooked it up and made it fancy, I'm there for it. Okay, I love to take my kids out to car shows and things of this nature, car races, all of that. This is the old school, crank it up. Okay, now they're going to be having sound competitions, they're going to be having concerts, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And if you want to check out more on this extravaganza, make sure that you go on Facebook and you can find information right on the Facebook. It's going to be over on Orem, so that's South Side as we call it here. So definitely make sure you go out and support that event as well. Guys, y'all got anything to say about the car shows? When the last time you guys been to a car show?
Man, I ain't been to a car show since Atlanta. Like, it's been a while. So I'm actually intrigued about this. I might take my son to that one.
Okay, all right. Yeah, this is definitely the perfect time. I know Mother's Day is coming up, Father's Day is coming up, but please, gentlemen out there, because Anthony and I saw some statistics over the weekend. I'm gonna pop this down for just a second while we talk about this. That Black fathers, they've been reporting for all these years that they're not present. Okay.
Lies, I tell you, lies.
I tell you, it's done. Okay. I am so proud of y'all. I'm gonna give all the fellas a round of applause for changing this. I am so happy that these Black fathers are participants in their kids' lives. I'm glad that the statistics have changed. I know that it is not for everybody's situation. But they were talking about there are a lot of situations that have been created by mothers to keep fathers away, or the lies that got started where parents were, lying to each other about who the actual father was and things of this nature. But right now, they say parents have actually stepped up, and these fathers are in their children's lives. So Black fathers, are in their children's lives much more than what you think. So let's change that, keep that narrative changed. I'm happy about that. How do you guys feel about that? You and your friends or the people that are around you, for the most part, do you feel like everybody's a participant in their kid's life?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I know
it's
a lot of
it's
fellas
hard.
that
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I know a couple guys that
I'm just
actually,
saying,
I don't know what y'all got going on.
we got a delay, bro.
At this point, I don't want to hear you.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying. Anthony, you were coming through fine when I was talking. So what we're going to do right now, hopefully Tucker can hear me and I'm not delayed. Let Anthony go right now. And then I'll wave my hand. It's time for you to go, Tuck.
Okay. I know a couple guys that single fathers and guys that's actually raising their kids outside the marriage, but they're spending a lot of time with their kids, and some of them have like 7, 8 children. Then they get them all together, they bring them over to the house, and they spend all the time that they can with all 7 of them at the same time. So round of applause for those guys that's still sticking it out with their kids, no matter what the relationship situation is with the wife or ex-girlfriend. Keep taking care of them kids and be a part of their life.
Okay, so that threw me off, like 7, 8. God damn. Anyway, that was a lot of kids.
Oh yeah.
No, but I agree with you, man. I know a lot of guys in my circle. Like I don't hang with dudes that don't, take care of responsibility. So for the men that I do hang with, that I would call friend or brother, they're definitely all in their kids' lives. And also, I know a couple dudes that are also just raising their kids outright, like without the mom. So, like the mom is like nowhere to be found, and they're there. So, shout out to you guys. Shout out Tyree. Shout
Definitely
out to
shout
Brent.
out to those people who stepped up, because there's moms who give away kids, which we
Yeah.
don't feel like is right. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that they completely stepped up in that situation. Now, up next, now I told y'all that Sheila Jackson Lee was going to be running for mayor in this term. Now, the mayor's race has really gotten heated up because there are tons of people who have put their hat in the ring to be the next mayor of Houston, Texas. But on Friday, April the 14th, 2023, at 5 p.m., she is going to make her official mayoral campaign announcement, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are interested in going, make sure that you click on this link right here. Go ahead and get your phone out if you're watching on your computer or your TV or wherever you're watching, so that you can be a part of this event. Doesn't really matter who you decide to run for, but who do you decide to vote for at this point. But make sure, let's just go ahead and watch the campaign from the beginning. Let's make sure we know all the little dirty secrets that come out. I love when stuff like this is going on in the city, because you get to find out just how petty people will get to be able to become the mayor. Not that I think that she would have to do that, but I like when it happens. That's just me. When it comes to political races, Tucker, how do you feel when they start putting out the information, like say a person has a DWI or they have whatever? How do you feel about that? Is that sheer pettiness, or is it really trying to let people know who it is that they're voting for?
No, it's a play on the human psychology, to get them to sway to vote. You always they're playing against our psychology to make us seem like we're voting for the best candidate, when sometimes that's even against our best interest. So I think the more that they pander and try to do that, or try to like throw shade on each other and throw dirt on each other, it's crazy, man. It's really like political theater. But when you get, we should all vote on the nuts and bolts, and kind of what these people stand for, and what they believe in, and what they vote for.
And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons that I'm saying, watch the entire process, ladies and gentlemen. There may be pieces about these people that you do not know, things that they do not agree with your household set. And if you see that, because a lot of people are complaining, they want some new blood in the house. One of the things that I jotted down to make sure that I talk to you about is, right now, Congress is the oldest Congress that we have ever had. And we know, I'm just going to say this, the way of thinking of elderly people right now, and the way the world is turning with these millennials, that doesn't go together. It doesn't go together at all. The judgmental looking, there's so many different pieces that were going on back then, the racism. If we want to really make change, we need to remove some of these old heads that are making the choices for the new.
I agree. But there's also a part of that is the people that we're replacing them with, make sure that they have our best interest, and they're going to do the right things. Like, we can't just get them out and then we replace somebody who's actually worse in their position, just because we didn't, roll with the last person. And on another note, I think what you just kind of explained without saying it is, America, Black people, of course, in our community, but America is, I think we're in the midst of a culture war, right? We're in the midst of a culture shift. And it's not only old and young, it's views on everything, from your sexual orientation to business practices, to taxes, to welfare. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that tie into it. And I think we just need to further educate ourselves on that process and understand who we need to put our energy, effort, and time behind.
Hey, I'm definitely with it. How do you feel, Aunt?
Well, when it comes to the pettiness or the mudslinging, as you want to call it, that a lot of politicians and that what they be doing, to me, it's like we all say if we actually do our own homework on all these candidates, we'll know exactly what school they went to, if they had a misdemeanor, a DWI, or any type of infractions. So I don't need no candidate out here slanging mud or talking bad about somebody, because to me, that shows me that you have no morals. So you'll do anything to win. And that sways my vote, because
You
you
don't
out here
think
doing
the
some.
public has a right to know when they're not doing their background? We know a lot of people are not. All they're doing is looking at TV and seeing
That's
what media puts out there. So do you still think that that's not right of them?
No, I think it's our fault because it's our job. People, like I say, we in the microwave world where everybody wants everything fast. But if we sit down and take the time out to read and do a background check on everything in life, I mean, it'll be a better world. We'll have better candidates or better people in these positions that are actually, doing something for the community or the likes that we want for whatever your purpose may be. So I blame that on the voters. You need to be doing this yourself. When it comes to the mayors, when it comes to the presidents, when it comes to the house speakers, we need to do it ourselves, find out everything we can about it. And it's simple. You can Google everything now, so there's no excuse.
True. But a lot of that's not true too. But we have a comment here from B. Jones. It says, y'all, nobody is never going to have black people's best interests, not even the black people. Damn, how long we gonna hold on to that? Yes. Hope they keep selling and black buying each and every year. I'm in total agreement with this. It is hard, but it's the system that we're in. Either you're a part of it and try to make it better, or you completely tapped out on it and you said okay to the situation as well. It's like you're accepting it. As far as I mean, when you really think about it, if you just say okay, it is what it is, and it's never going to get better, and you don't do anything to change it, you've accepted it.
Yeah,
you've accepted it. I'm just saying.
So let's at least do your point.
I think for us, I think the important thing as a community, we have to start thinking more long term with our planning, with how we move, and with the things that we want to accomplish. Everything's not going to be microwave. We're not going to get everything fast. So we gotta put people in place, come together, and do.
And stop being afraid of allowing your bright, smart kids to be exactly that. Encourage that. We have to decide to set ourselves apart. Is how I look at it. Don't discourage them for being intelligent over a sports athlete, if you will, because we are still very much so stuck in that mindset. The money will come. If it's college or whatever you're worried about, the money will come. You get academic scholarships just as well as sports scholarships if you focus your energy in that way.
Your area, yeah.
Period. You got to focus your energy. All this money that you're spending that you don't have on athletics, and then the child is hurt in the 10th grade. It was a waste. It was a waste. So make sure that they're up to par on all areas. We got to learn how to set ourselves aside and learn how to be self-sufficient. All right. So D Pope says the long game is the key. Yes, Tucker, that was a good agreement for you. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning into the show, please remember right now we really are talking about upcoming events, but we got a lot on our chest today. We got things to talk about, okay? And I did this on purpose. A lot of these things are to spark conversations that change things. That's also what we're about. So up next in our upcoming events, y'all know what I got to talk about. It's time for this happy hour spring into giving. I am so excited. My outfit is super fly. My shoes super fly. I cannot wait to get on that stage, tell y'all all about AUA, which is Annual Underwear Fair, our nonprofit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, We're going to have networking. We're going to have a happy hour, free drinks, free food. If you have not gotten your ticket, you're about to miss out. Now, there is limited seating, so the VIP sections are also on sale on our website right now at auacharity.com. We're going to have a silent auction. We've got Morton's gift cards. We've got some leather handbags. We've got, let me think what else we got in there. We've got Ron. He's got massage care. He's going to give you a 2 hour, not a 1 hour, but 2 hours for free. Okay. All kinds of things that we're going to be doing on our silent auction. I also made these really, really cute centerpieces for the table this week. I am so excited. Y'all better be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for our dance squad to, welcome everybody to the party. We're going to be having a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of different things going on. And this Simply Chic Catering, they got the food on lock, okay? So y'all know I like to eat good, so it's definitely going to be going down. Y'all going to have different things all throughout the night. We also have our vendors, ladies and gentlemen. One of our vendors is Exotic Crop. They're going to come through. They're going to spread a little bit of knowledge. They're going to, have some things for purchase and for sample. So you definitely don't want to miss that, okay? An Exotic Crop sounds exactly like what it is. It is exactly that. So make sure that you go and check them out. We have a flyer up for them on our website. So make sure you come, you check them out. I know a lot of people be scared to, do certain things or whatever like that, but we ain't here for none of that. We've got some other comments coming up. Stop voting straight tickets, then complain when the platform is not what you
Right.
People were definitely doing that for a while just because it was easier, but now they have made it to where it is not easier. You still have to go down each person. So that has changed. Oh, B. Jones says she is super excited. So I can't wait to see your face in the place as well. We will also be awarding some people who have supported AUA throughout the years. So I'm really, really happy to be able to do that and to be able to bring that to the city. Fifth Ward Go, we hope that they can come out and support us as well. So there'll be some people in the building that you definitely need to meet, especially if you're in the nonprofit game. So I'm excited about it. So can't y'all see the smile on my face? Doesn't it look like I'm happy? Okay. Now, remember also on that website that you can get your hoodies there. Now, this is some high quality hoodies that you can also represent and spread the word, because we have to think about everything with the social media and just a social presence, period. We need to spread the word about what AUA is doing out there for the communities, not only here, but abroad. So again, we're going to Jamaica and these hoodies will help us get there. We need to sell them all right now. Okay. Go to auacharity.com.
Get them out there.
Get them out there. All right. Well, those are my upcoming events. Tucker, you have anything that you are planning to do that's coming up?
I plan to be right there with you at that event on Saturday.
We had to make sure we got to watch Tucker. He be having so much going on. He'll try to slide past you, but we definitely.
I can't tell him everything.
And make sure that y'all are there, because y'all get to meet Tucker in person. Yeah, he's lively there too.
Well, I'm dope in person.
You're dope in person. I think how much. Do you think that you're like a better social media guy than you are in person? Because I think I'm better in person as well.
Yeah, I think I'm better in person.
To know me.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring that to the social media more. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out a way to do that. So
okay, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all know today I wanted to talk a lot about all these things that are going on. We had the issue go on in Tennessee where we had the speakers come out. Aunt, can you tell us a little bit about what went on with that and what was going on?
Okay, in the state of Tennessee, in Memphis, the House speakers, the representatives, we end up 3 Democrats against the guns. They were trying to actually make a law where the rifles in general, they were trying to do a gun law against that, because all the killings that we have been having throughout the United States recently. And then, they just had the shooting up in Memphis not too long ago. So it was 2 black guys, Pearson and Jones, and a Caucasian lady. So they were actually speaking against it, and the House felt as though the way they were talking against the guns, trying to get a bill passed for gun violence, was not according to their regulation or their rules. So they ended up expelling them. They were expelling them because they were actually um, voicing their opinion, or they're using one of their amendments.
Which
And they didn't.
we know is absolutely not right, and you cannot go and decide, because if we are supposed to have a free speech, that should include each and every person out here. I know that people don't want to hear that. People don't want, certain people speaking their mind when it comes to large parties and groups, but that is not the way of the world at this moment. And you cannot just say that Democrats or African Americans cannot speak their mind when it comes time. You need to listen to what they got to say as well.
So after they end up expelling them, they expelled all three of them. But the two black guys, they did not allow them to come back. But the Caucasian lady, they end up allowing her to come back. And then that's when you got the governor, the mayor, and other state representatives, Democrat and other state representatives speaking against it. And a lot of people start protesting the event, that why is it that you expel all three, but you allow the white lady to come back. So that was a big issue. And even Condoleezza Rice came down and spoke about it. And then the president himself, Joe Biden, even said something about it. So now they're saying that they're going to allow the two black guys to come back. But in general, they were saying they can only come back if they are elected back in under a special election.
This is another thing, just like when we talked about Jill Biden wanting the losing team to come and visit the White House on last week. Don't try to exclude them.
It's white.
Well, I said Jill Biden. I said Jill, not Joe.
Okay.
So it goes along with the same lines of things. Stop trying to include, exclude, this, that. If y'all gonna make rules, follow the rules. Follow your rules for everybody. There is no way that they should even have to be reapplying for anything. Re-elected, none of that should even be going on. They know how the situation was from the beginning, when they just can't be mad about what it is they had to say, if you will. It looks like Ant has froze, and I really wanted him to report on that story. It looked like he's stuck there. So it's okay. Hopefully he'll pop back on here in just a second and be able to.
I have a video about this.
Okay, let's pop it up and let's roll it and see what people have to say about it.
Hang on, let me make sure.
Oh, the volume.
Can you hear it?
I cannot.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear it. Can everybody else out there hear it?
I can hear y'all, but not the video.
All right, let me. Hang on one second.
Okay, no problem. Well, while we were discussing that, Ant, when you froze for just a second, I was talking about, the relation between this and other things, and how this should not have even come into play. So right now, what we're about to do is play a video of one of the speakers, and Tuck is going to pull that up for us real quick as soon as we can get the sound together, because, we like you guys to be in the know. So let's be in the know together.
The world is watching Tennessee, because what is happening.
Whoops, we're buffering.
Here today is a farce of democracy.
One of the two black Democrats now banned from returning to this very
Oh, come on. Sorry about that.
chamber. What started out as a call for gun control has now become a row about race and the abuse of power. Why? Because Republicans felt this protest a week ago broke the rules. Justin Jones used a megaphone to call for gun laws to be tightened. His Democrat colleagues, Justin Pearson and Gloria Johnson, by his side, trio now known as the Tennessee Three. The call for action followed the Covenant School shooting in the state capital, Nashville, just days earlier. 6 people were killed, including 3 children. School children were amongst the thousands that came to support the 3 Democrats at Tennessee's House of Representatives, not for a debate about gun control this time, but a vote on punishing the rule breakers. One Republican after another attacked the 3 Democrats.
We all saw the video of what he did. He and 2 other representatives effectively conducted a mutiny on March the 30th of 2023 in this very chamber.
What he was essentially saying was that Justin is an uppity Negro. How dare he and call a lie a lie? How dare he act like he's your equal? How dare he come before this body and not bow down?
That's why you're standing there, because of that temper tantrum that day, for that yearning to have attention. That's what you wanted. Well, you're getting it now.
How many of you would want to be spoken to that way? The reason that I believe the sponsor of this legislation, of this resolution, spoke that way is because he's comfortable doing it, because there's a decorum that allows it.
Okay,
There's
so
a decorum that allows you to belittle people. We've been
ladies and gentlemen, I wanted this to keep playing, and I was letting it keep playing because they're there. They're in the mix. These are the things that we're supposed to do to be able to get change brought about. They got bashed for it in public. Not only did they come and do a peaceful protest, they didn't insurge on the White House, and they were treated this way. They didn't get in an uproar. They didn't cause any other problems, but they were attacked in a room full of their peers. We are still dealing with these issues day in, day out.
I will say this, though.
As an African-American man with a little bit of sense, look, you understand what I'm saying? How would you feel if somebody said that? Boy, go sit down.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on all that. Like all that, I'm with you. I definitely think there was something there, right? We know exactly what was going on there. My only caveat would be, so as you break down this situation, one of the guys kind of basically grabbed a megaphone and disrupted their proceedings, right? Mm-hmm. So that I mean, you have to, no matter how, I think here's where the accountability falls on them. No matter what the situation is, you have to understand your audience, and then understand, hey, I'm at work. I have to be professional, even though I have to get my ideas across. So I have to get my ideas across in a way where I captivate everyone, not just rile and rah over a megaphone. You know, understand what I'm saying? And I think that's what their mistake was. Now the other part, as far as them two being dismissed and then the white lady not being dismissed, I mean, that's just because she knows some people, and she right.
I think also here when he said that he was seeking attention, of course he's seeking attention because his voice is not being heard. That has become a big problem, not only on these social platforms, but in real life. Nobody in their community is feeling heard. They're not feeling like the real issues are being discussed, are being fixed. That's one of the reasons that we like going directly to the people. You know, we're not going through all these other red tapes and X, Y, and Z. You want to keep control of things yourself so that you can actually know what's going on in your community and those surrounding it to help your people. Ladies and gentlemen,
let me say something.
That he drugged for some attention at this very moment, because look, it shined a light on how people are really being responded to and treated when they try to follow the rules. But go ahead, Ant.
I just want to say, no matter what happened from the beginning to the end, they lost sight of the main agenda. We're trying to do a reform on these guns to save our kids. Now, these two guys, they are young, 21, 25 years of age, somewhere around there. They're very young. So they're close to the age bracket of these kids that's getting killed. So they feel that and they understand that. They're not trying to, die, but they trying to save the children itself. And the people we have put in position to speak up for us, why are they not trying to hear what they're saying instead of just looking at the color of their skin?
True. Very true. And they're saying that they're not making it about race, but it was very clear and apparent that I would have felt like there was some racial tension if someone would have made those comments to me. Now, what we're going to do here on I'm Just Saying Live is we're going to bring back the real attention to the things that are going on in our communities. They were here behind a gun shooting at a school, elementary at that, because I think some of the children who passed away were like 9. Now we've also had over the course of the weekend a Louisville shooting. A 25-year-old bank employee opened fire at his workplace. Okay, now then on top of this, let's just say over the past year, since January, we've had 15 what you consider mass shootings. And here's your edutainment piece, just in case y'all didn't realize where I was going with this. This is your edutainment. 15 since January, where at least 4 people were murdered. Okay, 15. That's a lot to me. I'm sorry, people just opening fire. It sounds like it's getting worse. We do need some type of gun reform, but does it have to do with those people who are out there just trying to protect their homes and this, that, and the other? No, this comes into play with mental health checks and everything else. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to open fire up at your job when you're 25. Why is nobody looking at this? And the gunmen are getting younger and younger. The other one was 28. Are we seeing it's all in that same time bracket? Is nobody paying attention to this?
Yeah. And to kind of analyze that from afar for a bit, they're getting younger, right? I mean, they have been getting younger. They've been getting younger since, Columbine, right? So, we understand that dynamic, but I think that was like the first instance, not the first, but the most notable instance of it, because generations change, and we've all talked about this. Each generation is not as strong as the previous, and I think that has a lot to do with how you handle situations, how you make decisions, how you move, and I think that has a lot, because for what I've seen, a lot of this younger generation has not been able to handle stressful situations.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, y'all. I gave y'all that number wrong. I think I only said 15. It's like 146th. Sorry about that.
It's more, yeah. It's like
146.
It's a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I see it. Like it's more. We're coming into times where things are about to get harder, but the people aren't necessarily. They're weaker than previous generations. I mean, mentally. You know what I mean? From a mentally and emotional standpoint.
What do we first? Let's talk about what do we think caused that? What do we think? How do we get into this situation where the 20 through 30-year-olds have a mental challenge when it comes to dealing with issues and problem resolution?
Not being taught as a kid.
Yeah.
Not being taught as a kid how to deal with problems, issues, how to resolve them without being violent. Now, I'm not going to say it's the video games fault. I'm going to say it's the parents' fault. It's the village fault. It's the school, the church, etc. Because when these kids are acting out and you see it, you don't teach them how to deal with these different issues that come about in life. This is the result you get in the end.
Okay,
and
we have a comment here real quick that is agreeing with exactly what you said. It says, a lot of time these kids tell somebody they're feeling this way, and we don't take those thoughts serious enough. When your kid comes to you and they're constantly having this problem, or you see that they're sinking into depressions, help them. That means that they're missing and or lacking something. And I know we also got a blind eye turned a lot of times to our feelings, but what made people of our age bracket deal with it a different way.
Because again, like how we were raised, like it was more so you had to figure out how you dealt with you had to deal with your own emotions. Like, for instance, we were always taught it as young men, boy, you don't cry, get up, wipe your eyes, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people may look at that as suppressing your emotions, but what you do is you force that kid to process and deal with it, right?
Yes.
And as he grows, he learns how to deal with his emotions better. If in the right environment, right? He can go
So
either
the
way.
acceptance, what it sounds like Tucker is saying, the acceptance of all of these things, you know, whether it's your sexuality, whether it's your timidness, whether it's your whatever. No one is coaching people anymore. They're just saying, oh, however that baby is, it's okay. The acceptance of things has gotten us to a point here where it feels like we're in a space of no return. It's
The
getting pretty
acceptance,
scary.
we are with acceptance, and with that acceptance comes the lack of accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
sir.
so you know, and it's crazy, man. But you're right. I don't think we are past the point of no return at this point.
Yeah, but people definitely have to wake up. And that's what this conversation is about today, because we've got these mass shootings going on that are absolutely ridiculous. They're going to the schools and doing it. They're going to the banks, places that people know people are unarmed. It's not like they're going to the military base and, you know, running through that joint. They're choosing our kids. So right here, our comment says parents need to accept responsibility of the effed up baggage they have brought into their child's life. I have seen more parents F up their kids more than anything. And I mean, it's true. And I think a lot of it, people just absolutely do not know what to do. We've come into this era where social media has taken over their lives. They know more half the time than you do. Not only when it comes to sex, when it comes to violence, when it comes to everything. Information is right there at their hands. You remember they used to call it the information highway? Yeah, we own that highway, baby, and everybody is running 100. Okay, it says we were brought up completely different. I'm in agreement. There was no exception of the tears. There was no, and they said that it made us hard, it made us rigid. But the people before us said that we were different.
Right.
How do we change? How do we change this right now? Because we're in a space where it's getting bad out here. They killing people at 25. You took out a bank. Really?
Yeah.
At 25, I was not thinking about taking people out at the workplace. Now, I might not have liked a lot of them that I was working with, but I was definitely not thinking about that. I was trying to figure out how I was going to run that check up on the weekend. Okay. I was trying to figure it out, baby. I'm trying to figure out what kind of hat to buy. I'm doing that. I was with my check. Okay. I was not trying to shoot up the bank. I didn't feel.
I'm with B. Jones though on this one. I think it's with the parents and a lot of behaviors that I think we got checked for. We are like our generation didn't check necessarily because that's kind of what we wanted, you know, so to speak. So.
Yep. And get some help. I just said that if you see that there is something wrong, if you can't afford to get what you feel like is help from doctors and X, Y, and Z, you need to start talking to some other people. Stop being scared to talk about your problems or that you can't control your doggone child. We can see it. We can tell this baby is running rampant and it's not paying attention to nothing that you're saying. We see it. We see it already. Talk to somebody. Have them around in some different circles. Don't be afraid to pick their friends for them. Period. Don't let anybody be sitting up and encouraging. This poor baby left a note and everything for the parents. It wasn't found till after the fact.
So clearly, let me say this. If that child left a note, I'm quite sure that child was already talking to their parents.
I was saying a child, but he was an adult. They were 25 years old. But, you know, to me, clearly, if you're doing all this, that's a child.
You was talking to somebody.
Yeah. It says we judge people too much as well. So that's another reason. Very true. Very true. People are always thinking that you're going to be judging them. Now I talk a lot of trash and say a lot of things, but I'm gonna tell you, anybody that comes to me knows I am there. I'm willing to help. I'll take your child off your hands, you know, because we already be having a slew of them over here anyway. But it's because we do believe in that village. We realize that sometimes children need somebody else to talk to so that they don't get in the bind, so that they don't get in those situations because they don't want to talk to their parents. I don't feel like I had the type of parent that I can go talk to about, you know, sex or drugs or any of this type of thing. That was not the situation that I grew up in. Did I feel like I might have had somebody in the community that I probably could have talked to about that? Yes. Did I go to them? No, because I thought they was going to tell my mother. So it has to be an environment created where they feel comfortable sharing those things with other people. And so it definitely takes a village. It still takes a village. Come on, y'all know what it is. Period. And I don't want to harp on this too long because we have other things that we need to talk about. But this week, I really wanted to touch on some of these hard-hitting topics that when we have guests, you know, sometimes we run out on. And while we're talking about saving our children, because, you know, I'm big into saving these children, we're going to talk just a little bit about the Dalai Lama. Now, I know the guys don't know anything about this, so you're about to hear it right now, gentlemen. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to express and tell your friends and family that they need to go and follow at IJS Live on Instagram. They also need to go back and watch this show on YouTube and on Facebook Live, because again, we're going to entertain you, and this is what it is. Now, let me tell you, B. Jones says that was out of line. Now, let me tell you what's out of line. The Dalai Lama. I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but the Dalai Lama has apologized after a video emerging showing that the spiritual leader was kissing a child on the lips. This should have been my touchy subject today. Now, we don't just have the Catholic priests and leaders doing it, but the Dalai Lama did it, okay?
What is the Dalai Lama?
Anthony, we're gonna talk about that later, baby. Okay, go Google it real fast. Maybe Tucker
He's
can
like
talk.
the Buddhist religious leader.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They not supposed to be doing anything. Look, anything.
I mean, they are, you know,
They're people. They're people, and that's what we have to realize, that we're putting all these people. We're putting all these people in these positions of power and trusting that they're going to do the right thing, but they are still people. But let me tell you what's so messed up about this. Okay. It's not just that he kissed the baby on the lips. He then asked him to suck my tongue. He was at an event.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this dude.
He was at an event. This was out loud.
Yes. He got caught in the moment. He was like, "Oh, yeah."
Suck
Look,
my
I'm laughing. It's not funny.
Suck
I'm
my
laughing.
tongue. Y'all, we have got to do better. People have got to do better. Y'all got to stop allowing these old traditions and whatever else to be going on when it involves your children. We just talked about here in Houston, the church that got caught up, where the little girl pressed charges on one of the people that were coming through to the church, and the mom said she had been abused at the same church. Why are you still a part of that congregation? Why?
Because you feel attached to something, and I think that's a lot of things that goes back to human psychology.
Nothing that much. I'm just saying nothing. Did you hear me? You kiss my baby in the mouth and say suck my tongue, you getting a foot in that tongue.
But I'm gonna say this: the Dalai Lama is a monk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it means he's been like without sex or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's around a lot of
part of their thing,
right?
He is supposed to be, next to godliness.
He's celibate, yeah. And he's in the temple with a lot of other men. So I'm just letting your mind wonder how that come full circle to him licking this, trying to get this boy to whatever. Yeah, I'm just saying.
We've got a I'm just saying comment here. It says I can't say what I want to say, but I'm sure you can imagine.
B. Jones. Yeah.
I can only imagine Traumas have not been dealt with. This is very true. And this goes back, to the lady. Her trauma was never dealt with. And when you don't deal with it, now you have created a situation for your child who also now is going to be dealing with that same trauma, and y'all going to have to work it out together. Tuck, before you say what you had to say, I see you there. Let me tell you what else they said about this Dalai Lama. His Holiness is often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. The statement that was said regarding the statement. So he been doing this. He been doing it in front of the camera. When people show you who they are, ladies and gentlemen, believe them. You better believe them. If he's been doing this, that makes absolutely no sense. No one coaches this man into hiding that.
So this man's been playing grab ass in the public for years.
Yeah, for basically. Years. They just been letting him get away with it because he's the Dalai Lama.
He's the Dalai Lama. My comment is this. I got why a lot of the top religious prominent figures are always in some homosexual or child involving children or some shit.
Because they're keeping them from having sex.
But why are you fantasizing about why are you what kids? Is that's what you're around? Or I get it.
This is what you call a familiar spirit.
Yeah.
And familiar sounds like family. It sounds like family for a reason. Those who are around you, if it is accepted, it becomes a thing of the norm. It doesn't matter who it hurts. It doesn't matter, what's going on. I'm just saying. If you hang around it, you see it. Okay. Period.
I want to know how is it we put these people in these high-ranked positions when you already know what their capabilities might be or what they already doing. It's no secret that somebody already knew.
That's easy answer. Easy answer. They don't care. They don't
because they doing it too?
They either have the money, the social status, whatever it is that they feel like they can prop up and get those people in those positions. They go for that first. They're not worried about their little indiscretions because we all have them, right? We all have something.
That's not a little indiscretion. Drinking too much or snort some powder is a little indiscretion. But sitting there molesting kids, innocent kids, that's a big problem.
Well, B. Jones definitely had a comment on this one when I said what I just said. It says, no, it's not just those being around only men. These pastors with wives have been effing these kids for years. It's true. They do. They get the young girls too. You remember we saw the pastor who married the 18-year-old girl last year that was saying he was going to be mad at his patrons about saying something to his daughter. And it says, they say what Jesus would do. You know what? What would Jesus do?
What did Jesus do? Okay. Oh my God, y'all wrong for that
one. Well, to piggyback off what B. Jones, she just hinted on something. Like, we always think of a male to female aggression or, molestation or anything like that when it comes to kids and involving kids. But there's been numerous of occasions where the male is a boy, he's getting abused by an older woman or, sexually exploited by an elderly woman. And we don't as society, we don't judge that or take that as heavily as the other way around. So that highlights something like that. So,
which is sad as well. I don't want anybody to be out there getting abused, but I know that it happens to men and to women. Men and women are sex trafficked, men and women, go through all these plethora of things. And it really and truly is sad. Like, it's just crazy that all of this is still going on right under people's nose. Parents aren't paying attention. We just talked about this. And again, like I said, that's why I'm here. I'm shedding light on it all. I don't think that he should have been able to get away with this either, but he did. and has been for years. Good morning, Raquel. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, we're having a discussion on saving our children. I know that this seems like it is a reoccurring theme. Today, I was really supposed to be talking about y'all in this financial literacy month that's going on, but I think we need to worry about our children first and foremost, because money ain't gonna do nothing but cause you more problems. You're gonna put your kids in more danger and more harm and all these things going on. We got to fix these situations. You got to start paying attention to your kids. Also, there was a settlement. We're going to move on from that so we can get on through the show, because I didn't put too much time on all of this today, but just enough time because that's where I was moved. So anyway, 7.9 million. Y'all know I like to throw out the numbers. 7.9 million. This also has to do with your kids. That was the amount of the settlement of e-cigarette maker Juul. Now, I know y'all see those when you go to the little what's the little spots to sell the hookah stuff and, you know, all this kind of stuff, your little paraphernalia.
They got them at the gas station.
At the gas station. They sell them at the gas stations. Juul was marketing its products specifically to young children or to young people. Let's say that. And they were found guilty. Okay. They were found guilty and they had to give up $7.9 million. Where is this money going? That's what I want to know. To another company name that they're going to pay to keep marketing to your kids so that they smoke these vapes. It says last year, the company also announced it would pay more than $438 million to 34 states and territories after being charged with targeting underage people with its advertisement. $438 million. That's how much y'all made off the vapes. Let's talk about the business side of this. You got that much to pay off of vapes?
Yeah, it's cheap to make, and the profit margin is ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
That is some money, okay? That's crazy. Juul, I'm sorry that you lost the money. It really doesn't matter. If it's bad for people, it's bad for people of all ages, but please don't be coming after our children. And that's what I'm going to say to that. And before we keep on talking about all this negative stuff, y'all know I got to get to our affirmation so that we can get to Tennille's touchy subjects. I'm trying to get there. Listen, it says just like the parents in the R. Kelly stuff need to be locked up with him. It's hard when parents are putting the kids in these messed up positions. I'm definitely with it. I'm just saying, it's talk on saving our children. Y'all, it's too much going on around us that people are not paying attention to. Open your eyes, protect somebody else's kids if the parent ain't doing it themselves. That's all I got to say about that. Now, we are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. Do we agree with this affirmation? I wanted to throw a little, we have discussions today. Today was discussion day. What's up, Travis? How you doing? We are what we pretend to be. Must be careful about what we pretend to be. Do y'all agree with this?
Yes, to the fullest. Because if you if you keep pretending to be something, that's who you really are, or that's who you will become, because you've been practicing it for so long or a short-term period of time, but you portraying something that you're not, and you'll end up being it. So if you're a fraud, you're just a fraud. So stop acting like a fraud and be who you are.
I guess when you put it like that, it makes sense. I thought that this was going to trip you up, because I'm going to tell you right now, do I feel like I'm out there on a daily basis pretending to be something?
No, I think it's more so
fraud.
Yeah.
You can't help yourself. So
I think it's more so like I think it's more so like when you're projecting who you want to be careful about that. You know, we always try to put our, you know, whatever we think about ourselves up here, we try to put that out into the world, right? We try to project that as our image or our likeness or whatever. So I think that's what he's alluding to as far as, hey, be careful about what you're projecting and what you're pretending to put out there, because you are going to be that. Like, that's what you people will perceive you as and treat you as, which would make that true.
This is where I'm taking it. if you are out there and you are pretending to be something that you are not, people are going to be able to see through it anyway.
Oh, of course.
So you're going to really show your true self, whether you want it to or not. Like the mom that's out there talking about, you know, putting on her bio that she's the best mother, this, that, and the other, trying to be self-proclaimed, but we never see her child with her. You understand what I'm saying? Like it don't match up. So we're still, even though you're pretending, we still see who you are. So if you're pretending to be something that you're not, and like Anthony said, you out here looking fraud because you're not living up to that, you still showing us who you are. I thought that this was real intriguing. I liked it. We are what we pretend to be. So we must be careful about what we pretend to be. So everybody out there, stop pretending, stop faking, do you. If those people around you don't like it, it is what it is. You know, I find myself in those situations a lot. Everybody can't deal with who I am. Period. Never have been able to. But I'm loving, I'm kind, I ain't pretending on nothing. Okay? I'm just me. And the faster you realize it, that this is just who I am, it is nothing personal about you. When you stop worrying about that and trying to interject yourself on me, the better off you'll be. So, final comments, Anthony and Tucker?
I'm good.
Okay.
Stop pretending. Be authentic.
Oh, all right.
Be you. No matter what you do, be you 24/7, 368, 4,000, whatever it is. Just be you. And don't give a damn what nobody else think of you. Just continue to be you, and you'll be more happier.
Let's see. Okay, it says you really make yourself look stupid. Talking is talk. Actions will always speak bigger truth. I'm definitely with it, Nikki. Thank you so much for that comment. I know we got a lot going on today, y'all. I had to get some things off my chest. We're going into this AUA event, and I need my head to be clear. And I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. But if you want to come out, you want to meet me in person, and you can see if you can deal with me, come on out to the happy hour. Because we're going to get a little lit. But it's okay. It's all in the name of charity. Sometimes you got to just have fun to do what you're doing. Now, up next, y'all know we like to do our movie scoop. Now, I have a little special video here that I helped the boys do. Easter break provided the perfect opportunity for the kids to go out and see the Mario Brothers movie. Now, I wasn't really that big on getting out to go see Mario. I'm just going to say that. And did it really hold my attention as an adult, even though I played Super Mario? Well, I played Mario Bros. Okay, not Super Mario. Super Mario was something different that was a little bit after my time, but it is what it is. I played the original. Okay. Did it hold my attention like I thought it would? No. Did it put meaning behind the characters that we've known and loved for so many years? Yes, it did. And here's what the boys had to say about it. Oh, and we went to Star. All right, everybody, we are about to get it all squared away. I've got the guys with me, and Easter break gave us the perfect opportunity to see the Mario Brothers movie. Who wants to go first and tell me what they thought? Let's go, TJ.
I thought Bowser was tripping because he was like, peaches, 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 peaches.
You mad because he liked the girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he got rejected.
All right, Corbin, what did you think about the movie?
I'm going to go last because I got the best one.
You don't have the best one. I want you to go right now because I came to you next. Go. You got to look at the camera.
Wait, so the part I like about it was how at the end, I mean not then, like in
Look
the middle.
at the people. Come on now. And stop doing all that.
Donkey Kong was whooping on Mario.
That's what you liked about it?
Yep.
How about you,
The
love?
go-karts. The go-karts were insane.
Okay.
All the monsters and stuff.
So do you suggest that people go and see this?
Yes, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 rating.
10 out of 10.
Which is a must-see. Must-see.
10 out of 10 must watch again.
Okay. So as y'all can see, I just let them do them. That was probably the worst movie review they've ever done. Look. But it's okay, because we always want them to tell their true and natural selves. They had different things that each one of them picked out. DJ is clearly on some relationship stuff. Then Corbin, of course, he likes to see the fight scenes, and Colton likes the cars. So we had a piece for everybody. So it really actually wound up working out. I'm glad that I got to take them. We were talking about spending personal time with your kids and being able to allow them to be themselves. And that's exactly what we got from that. Tuck, have you seen the movie?
I did. I took the kids actually last Thursday to see it. And I actually enjoyed it. It was nostalgia. I was a big Mario player growing up. Tried to beat all the levels and, had all the games my mom bought me. So I definitely enjoyed it. It was like, a bit of adult nostalgia, you know what I mean? So, and to connect with that with my son and my baby girl, she was excited too to see it. So for us to bond over that was cool.
Right. Okay. And so again, we had some girl power in this. That is a new trend here in movies. If you want to go see Princess Peach and her girl power and get down and do a little fighting and stuff herself, then definitely go out and check out this movie. It's Mario. Okay. You can't go wrong with little Mario. So make sure that you guys go out and check out the movie. Now, we only got 15 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. And we had all kinds of different things to be talking about when it came to Neil's touchy subject, but I'm going to change gears on which one I'm going to do. Let me see real quick. Let me pull it back up.
What you got?
And
we got
we're gonna
end up here. I don't know what he's doing back there.
He working, baby.
Yeah, he been having his whole side show. Yeah,
working.
I've been tripping because he's been doing his own side show over there. He got his own thing going. I see, dog.
All right. So, hold on 1 second. Let me pop this down. All righty.
Me, y'all look like it's something new. This is what I do.
I was just saying, it was just like, you were doing your own thing. I was like, hey, if anybody got ADHD, they would love this show because we talk about one thing, he got his thing going. It was just a whole bunch going on.
Oh yeah, we're perfect for whoever got ADD. We be all over the place. Now, also, I want you guys to know too that on the YouTube page now, I've been seeing all these different creams and eyeshadows and all this kind of stuff online. And so y'all know I really do like to do product reviews. Y'all are welcome to send them to me because I've got some product reviews and they're gonna be I'm just saying live too, because I gotta tell y'all the truth on some of this stuff. Some of that stuff works and some of it does not. Okay, so y'all definitely gonna need to see. I know people like to do toys and all these other kind of things to see if it's good for their kids, but I'm grown and I'm a woman. Some of these clothes, the material ain't what it's supposed to be, so you need to know who you need to go to, who's going to take forever to get you your stuff. Amazon is really stepping up the game for me. I feel like they are now Walmart, period, because they can get you the stuff the next day. So if you could just fix your mind to where you can get out there a day, be a day ahead of yourself, you don't even have to leave. You don't have to leave the house. Amazon gonna have it at the door, baby. I got boxes galore right now. Okay. Now, here we go. It is time for Tennille's Touchy Subjects. Each and every week, we have something for you to discuss, okay? And this week is not gonna be any different. So I'm about to get to it. So it says, Dear Tennille, several years ago, my boyfriend cheated on me and I eventually forgave him and moved on. However, since the occurrence, when I tell him I love him, he says, I know. I'm taking this personal, and as if he is still in love with the other woman, I brought it to his attention. He laughed and continues with this hurtful response. How do I respond? Do you want to be lied to, Miss Lady? That's what we're going to call it. Do you want to be lied to?
Yeah, she do.
If someone is not responding in a way that you want, how do we fix this, ladies and gentlemen? So she's been dating this guy. They broke up because he was cheating. Then he comes back and he never tells her that he loves her ever. Could we deal with this, guys?
Oh, I'm gonna have a problem with it. You better tell me you love me.
Before you even say something, we got a comment right here. We got a comment. She just overreacted. This is such a man comment. That is such a man comment. Like, you should put, I'm just saying after that one. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, that is horrible. Her feelings are valid. She is not overreacting. Fella, what do you have to say?
I'm gonna say this. She's, I would say, a little bit overreacting, but at the same time, I get where she comes from. I don't.
It's because of the timing.
It's because right, and I think she's looking for that validation from him, right?
And he knows that.
And he knows that, and he's not gonna give it to her, right? And that's all that is, and it's more so of that than, and that coupled with it, her insecurities of him cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's those two things that's causing her to think like, But if you look at what he does from a man perspective, that will show you how he feel about you. So.
Okay, let me say this. So I understand you say actions speak louder than words, but still in all, nobody would not like for their partner to say they love them every now and then. Now, I'm not gonna say she overreacting either, but we want to hear it, because it don't matter if I tell you I love you or not. I still want to hear that. Even though I might not say I thank you, I still want to hear that. Well, no, I'm lying. I want to hear you say you love me, because I'm going to tell you I love you. I want you to hear you say thank you, because I'm going to tell you thank you. It's all pretty much about reciprocation.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to call him on his BS right now. Do you always say that? Or do you say I know too?
Now, I will always say I know, but I know a lot of times when you don't say you love me, I just come up to you and say I love you. I don't want to just be saying it because you say it. I don't want it to be cliche. I want it to be meaningful when I tell you I love you.
Like David says, damn. You know, what do you have to say about this? Post your comment over there. We would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. When you're not getting the reaction that you want from a loved one, there is definitely something there. I don't care what these men have to say. I don't care if they're saying she overreacting. No, she not. She knows what she wants out of this relationship. If he's not there yet, she needs to know that. He's allowing her to know that. Again, like we said before, if somebody shows you their true self, believe and trust who they are.
I think you just messing with her though. To be honest, to keep her in a certain place emotionally, because that from there he got control. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all don't want to go into a point where y'all feel like he's still cheating, or he this, that, and the other, or he's still making moves.
I don't know enough about the situation to say that. Yeah, I don't know enough about the situation to say that, but it could. I mean, it could be. But if you're a player dude, like let's say if you're a dude that is out there cheating and doing whatever, you would want your home to be happy, right? So that's why I think he just fucking with her, because he's like, they do it like.
We know plenty of men and women who returned to a situation because it was comfortable. That other situation might not have worked out. They might have been screwing and doing something, for the meantime, and then wanted to jump back to their comfortable situation. So what she's trying to do is get that validation, like you said earlier, that he is definitely in this, maybe before she messed something up. She might about to be out the door, 1 foot out the door, because she doesn't feel like he's really there. Now, Travis was saying still, he thinks that she's overreacting, and that I love you, saying I love you don't really mean nothing. Like Nikki said earlier, It's about your actions. So if he's there and he's back, and you're feeling the need to say you love him, that doesn't mean he's doing anything, because he's there in the situation as well. He's there.
I agree.
Oh,
I agree.
he says, hell no, T. He's not in love with her.
It's just weird.
Hey, David, I'm with
I ain't want to say it like that.
I'm with you.
But he
Definitely
cannot be in love with her and still love her, though.
True.
He cannot be in love with her and still love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he would be there if he didn't have love for her. Huh?
He can care about her.
Nah, he don't care about it. Nah. Probably not.
Yeah, so he's probably definitely not in love. Before we get out of here, we're going to read a couple of these last comments, but y'all know that it is almost time for the end of the show, and I have to remind you, purchase your tickets for AUH charity scholarship benefit, happy hour, whatever. They are on sale right now. You can also get sections, which will be the only seating in the building. Okay, everybody else gonna be standing up and mingling and walking around talking to these vendors. We don't have time for that. We're gonna be drinking, we're gonna be eating and having a ball. So please go to auacharity.com to get your tickets. The money, all proceeds are going to go to scholarships for our youth. So please make sure that you take advantage of this event. If you can't come out, buy a ticket, do a donation, anything, we'll take it out. Before we get out of here, we're still into Neil's touchy subjects, and it says he knows that she loves him enough to put up with the BS, and he knows that stability will keep men in a situation they really don't want to be in, but they're comfortable. All right, then we also have, plus I hear Simply Chic Catering will be in the house. Yes, we definitely talked about that earlier. Thank you for that comment. Let's see what else we got here. Miss Raquel says, let me move this one down high. It says no, he don't. He probably using her, because if he loved her, he would say it.
Bam, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. It's like a boxer. You say he the greatest boxer of time, and that's what he say. Let me see it. So line your actions up with your words. You say you love somebody, show it.
Let me see it. Ladies and
gentlemen,
go. Basically, that's it. Period.
Yeah.
If you feel it, say it. If you don't. He's showing you who he is, and if you can't deal with it, you need to move around. That's going to be our advice. Straight up, because do you want him to lie to you? I think you don't want to be lied to. And if he did lie to you, you would talk about him like a dirty dog. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of I'm Just Saying Live. And that's our comment for Tennille's touchy subject. We'll holler at y'all next week. But before then, we will see you at the happy hour.
See y'all Saturday. Beat out.
415.